Here's over 10 different ways that you can train your ranged fast and for free. After the Contact quest, you can access Sophanum Dungeon to cannon locusts and scarabs. With decent stats, these guys provide over 500k GP per hour in profit after considering the cost of using the cannon. At the same time, you can get over 100k ranged XP per hour. To do this, you need Contact, 40 prayer for protect ranged, a high defense level, and the Dwarf Cannon quest is required to use a cannon. You'll also need a light source, and I recommend bringing high alchemy runes plus bones to peaches. To get there, you need to make your way to the northeastern corner of Sophanum, so a fast way there is with a Pharaoh's Scepter to Jal Savra. You head down the trapdoor and there's a bank you can use here. Then you go down another trapdoor and with Protect Mage active, you avoid the traps on the ground until you reach this trapdoor here. Then turn on Protect Ranged and run southeast to this room of the cave. You should set up your cannon in the center of this room, and once you're ready to fight, you should target the meleeers first, then the mages, and let the cannon kill the rangers. They drop bones, so you can use your bones to peaches to stay here for a very long time. They also commonly drop 6 bass and lobsters, useful for healing. The average loot from all of these monsters is 3k per kill, with a lot of alchables and noted items. They drop coins very commonly, and their most valuable drop is a snapdragon seed. Killing green dragons for their bones has been a moneymaker in old school for over 10 years. And with the Elite Wilderness Diaries, all dragon bone drops in the wilderness become noted. The best place to cannon green dragons is in the Wilderness Slayer Cave since it's multi-combat. The fastest way to get there is by using a Burning Amulet teleport to the Chaos Temple and run north. I would suggest only bringing a cannon first so you're not risking the cannon. So you can teleport there, place the cannon, then teleport out and get your combat gear. One of the best weapons to use here is the Webweaver bow, although it does increase your risk. Since you're in the wilderness, you should turn on PK Skull Prevention to avoid getting skulled. Cannoning green dragons with noted bones can make you up to 800k GP per hour, and that's after accounting for the cost of the cannonballs. Although, it is in the wilderness, so that profit rate is not guaranteed. Next is cannoning Zombie Pirates and Elder Chaos Druids. These are both located in the Chaos Temple in 11 Wilderness, and lots of PKers roam this area, and it's also multi-combat. But since the Chaos Temple is so easy to get to, you can get away with just bringing a few cannonballs and banking quite often. The fastest way there is with a Burning Amulet teleport and run south. You should turn on Protect from Magic at all times, since the Elder Chaos Druids hit quite hard with their magic. You will need a somewhat decent defense level to stay here for a while, since the Zombie Pirates do use melee, although they are very low leveled. If you really want to profit from Zombie Pirates, you need to have completed the Medium Wilderness Achievement Diary. The average loot per Zombie Pirate is 6.2k with the diary, but without the diary, the loot average is only 1.8k. Zombie Pirates also drop the Zombie Pirate Keys, which you can use to open a chest in the Eastern Wilderness for some lucrative rewards. While you're fighting the Zombie Pirates, Elder Chaos Druids will also attack you, but you should stay targeting the Zombie Pirates, because the average loot from an Elder Chaos Druid is only 2.5k, and they have a lot more health. Overall, if you mainly target the Zombie Pirates, you can expect to make up to 2 mil GP per hour while training your ranged. The last cannoning method, before we move on to the other methods, is cannoning Ice Trolls. These are commonly killed on a Slayer task, and can be cannoned to break even. This requires partial completion of the Fremenic Trials quest to access Jartizo. The best place to cannon them is in the eastern area of the island. and it's fairly close to a bank as well. Ice trolls are fairly strong, so it's recommended to have a decent defense level, decent armor, and you should have at least 43 prayer for protect melee. You should use protect ranged at most times, but if there's only meleeers attacking you, you should use protect melee. The average loot from an ice troll is around 1.5k, which isn't very high, but it will cover the cost of using your cannon. Next, I'm going to talk about chinning, and there's a number of monsters you can profitably use chin chompers on. With the 3 different types of chin chompers, you can choose whether you want more XP per hour or more profit per hour. Red chins are a good middle ground, and you will usually lose money using black chin chompers at these methods, but you will make some money back. For these chinning methods, you'll want to bring your best ranged and prayer gear, so blessed d'hide is a good option. The first monster you can chin is Dust Devils. They have a +0 range defense bonus and only level 40 defense, making them a great target for chinning. To fight Dust Devils, you need at least 65 Slayer, and you need to wear a face mask or Slayer helmet while fighting them. You should fight the ones in the southeastern corner of the Catacombs of Kurend. And to the south, there's a rope at the giant sand crabs, and that leads you close by to the Hosidius Kitchen Bank. You should bring darts along with you to get the aggression of the Dust Devils in the room. To stack up the monsters, you run around a corner over and over again until they all stack. For the best XP and to save the most money, you should be using Rigor or other range boosting prayers with range potions. If you have a Bone Crusher, you should bring that along since every Dust Devil you kill regenerates 1 prayer point automatically. You can get over 250k ranged XP per hour here, and you can expect to profit a small amount or lose a small amount depending on the type of chin chomper you use. The next monster you can profit from by chinning is Necraels. These require 80 Slayer to kill, and they have a +20 range defense bonus and a defense level of 105. But you can target the death spawns for higher damage. They only have a defense level of 30, and your accuracy with chin chompers goes off the monster you're targeting. So if you attack the death spawns, you'll be able to hit the Necraels more accurately. Those death spawns use all 3 attack styles, so the protect from melee prayer does not negate all of the damage. You do get hit, so bring an inventory of food, some prayer potions, range potions, and runes for high alchemy. You once again should bring darts to get the aggression, or you can use a Din's Bulwark spec with a light bearer. Necraels have a lot of valuable alchable drops, and their average loot is 6k, which means you'll usually make a small profit with grey chins and even with red chins, but you may lose a bit of money with black chin chompers. Since there's death spawns, you actually get more XP per hour than Dust Devils, so you can expect a minimum of 300k XP per hour. The next chinning method that makes a profit is chinning Smoke Devils. This has a 93 Slayer requirement, and it's a task only monster, meaning you can only kill Smoke Devils if you have a Smoke Devil Slayer task. Bursting them is slightly faster, but they only have a +44 range defense bonus, so chin chompers have proven to be effective here. Instead of needing darts to get their aggression, you can just use a cannon, which further speeds up your XP rates. You can then stack them up behind one of the skeletons on the ground. Smoke Devils have an average loot of 4k, so with grey chins you'll make a small profit, but with red and black chin chompers you'll lose a little bit of money. So those were some chinning methods. But what other range methods can be profitable? You can make a lot of money while training ranged through bossing. Kree Ara is highly profitable right now and is weak to ranged. If you did 90 to 99 ranged at Kree, you can expect 1.9 billion GP in profit if you get everything on rate. Although, this is not a fast method, but for faster XP, you can use chin chompers, which will cut a bit into your profit. It's also more risky to bring chins, since if you die, you will lose them all. Vorkath is another rangeable boss, and doing 90 to 99 range at Vorkath will profit 270 mil. It's also decent XP per hour, much better than Kree. There's a range of other bosses that require ranged. Muspa and Zulrah are two examples, and they both provide mediocre range XP rates but give huge profits. Raiding is another activity that can make your range training profitable, mostly because you get boosted experience from bosses within raids. For example, Zebak has a 62.5% XP boost for every hit that you do. Lastly, I want to talk about Slayer, and if you went from 1 to 99 Slayer, cannoning while using melee on most of your tasks, you would get around 95 ranged. That assumes you're using Neve, and you cannon as many tasks as possible. Using Chinchompas on tasks like Dust Devils, Necraels, and Smoke Devils is also viable for Slayer. Anyways, that was over 10 different ways to get 99 ranged fast and for free. If you learnt something interesting today, be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more old school content. Thanks for watching.